Hey, Sezer, it's Jim. I want to make you a video. First of all, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, man. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, I want to make a video for you and just share some thoughts that come to mind. When I make these videos, I really like to shoot from the hip and just kind of share what comes to mind immediately when I look at a site. So first off, it sounds like you're bringing some great traffic numbers to your site with Instagram. For your niche, Instagram marketing is huge. It's huge. I'm glad you've discovered that. I'm glad you're doing well with that because Instagram is just taking over, man. It's really becoming the kind of premium social media tool for niches like this. So my first thought is when I read this, Gentleman's Crate, I'm thinking you do monthly. I think it's a monthly subscription box company for gentlemen's clothing. I don't know yet if that's completely true, but that's what comes to mind first. So this area before the fold, so which is what you can see on my screen right now, is the most valuable real estate that you can have on your site. And I say this over and over on the videos that I make, the website reviews that I make, but if you don't convey within just a few seconds to the visitor on your site, right when they land on the site, if you don't tell them what it is that you do, and if it applies to them, then they'll leave. So in other words, they're making a decision, what is this, and does it apply to me? So just a very elementary example, if you are somehow marketing or your marketing message gets sent to a 13-year-old girl and they come here, they're going to leave because it's not for them. So on that note, it's key to make sure that you're targeting people that are into your brand, that are into your niche, and that alone will help with conversions. I don't know the details of where you're marketing to specifically, within Instagram or whatever, but the first thing I would look at in terms of conversions, and there's tools and there's tips, and we can talk about this in a minute, on how to increase the conversions once people get to your site. However, you need to make sure that the people coming to your site are really high quality leads. Otherwise, it's futile to work on conversion optimization because you haven't fixed the initial part of the problem. So you've got to make sure that the traffic that you're bringing to your site is your target market, right? So check your Google Analytics and look and see what your bounce rate is. See how quickly people leave your site, okay? So if they leave your site after just a few seconds, that's a bad sign. We can fix it, but that's a bad sign. If they come to your site and then don't explore any other pages on your site, that's a bad sign. And that points to that you're just not getting the right traffic for whatever reason. And you first need to diagnose that issue or make sure it's not an issue. Then we can work on the details of conversion rate optimization, okay? And this is freaking me out here. I don't know if this is it looks like the back of a chair that's on a hanger. So I don't know if that's a weird Photoshop malfunction or if that's a weird looking hanger. It's not a big deal, but that's just odd. It catches my eye. Okay, so let's continue on. And I wanted to real quick look at your Instagram. Give me 1 second. I want to pull this up. Man, this is incredible. 207,000 followers. That blows my mind. Insane, dude. Incredibly well done. You could teach a class on how to grow Instagram. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So it looks like by way of just engagement on your post that these are legitimate followers. And I mean, I would think that you're finding the people that really would be a good fit for your brand. So it may indeed be that your issue more lies in site design and some of the elements on your site to convey what it is that you do. Yeah, that could be the issue. So let's kind of explore that a bit. So I still haven't dug far enough in to know if it's indeed a subscription box company and what it is that you do or how it works exactly, or if it's just e-commerce, in terms of just one-off sales or whatever. So that needs to be conveyed immediately. In fact, I don't even know exactly how to figure that out. Let's just dive in a little bit and see what we come up with. So maybe it is that you're just selling one-off products, which is fine. And in that case, it could be confusing that you're saying Gentleman's Crate. That's just a common term used for subscription box companies. But it could go either way. So one thing you could do is on your homepage, have a tagline. And this is a little bit difficult with this image, but what you might do is increase the header a little bit and put Gentleman's Crate, and then some tagline, fine gentlemen's clothing products. I don't know, whatever it is, just some tagline here that would better convey what it is that you do. So, all right, let me gather my thoughts for a second here. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something just bothers me about this image. I don't know what it is. It doesn't sell well for you. It's just, I don't know, something's not working. It's a good image just to look at it, but I don't know if it's the best fit right here on your site. One thing that I would suggest experimenting with is to do some testing with different images. Imagine like a hero image here, like a really classy, like if you go back to your Instagram, finding just some really good photo, classy, good looking guy that has on, nice clothing or whatever, and experiment with that. Make sure you timestamp, okay, I put this photo on April 11th or whatever, and then just experiment for a couple weeks, get enough traffic to it and see if it increases your conversions a little bit. There's something about this image that I just think could be better, and that would be a good first place to start, is just experimenting with different images and having an image like over here. The problem with this is like you have no room for text. It's a giant image and there's no room for text. So imagine a situation where you had like a banner here and the image was of a guy over here and over here was text, fine men's clothing or whatever, just whatever verbiage you would want to use. But there's just more room to have a tagline and to convey what it is that you do, in addition to showing them as well. That way you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting the image and you're getting the text as well. Okay, so let me click on a specific, oops, I don't know if that was me or, oh, okay. I just wanted to see a product here. Great photo. It'd be nice to see this on a guy, but that's not a huge detail. I would encourage you to have verbiage. That's going to help conversions as well. Having reviews is huge. So yeah, more words here. Describe this, the benefits, the emotions behind it, like emotionally charged words that sell. Google that, study what it is that sells products and list that here. So there should be a paragraph on this that is explaining this, the classiness of this, in vogue, the style of it, all these different things. And then having reviews is going to be really important too. That alone will make a big difference in your conversions, those two things. Okay, so let's go back to some other products. Let's just go at random bow ties. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I don't know if that's me or I don't know. All right, you're well on your way. Your images are top notch. Your branding is good. You're almost there. You're making substantial progress in the right direction. Same thing here. More verbiage, reviews, those two things. And I get that that's going to take time, but I would definitely work in that direction because your site is definitely attractive. I don't know why it keeps doing that though. Yeah, same thing here. Reviews and more verbiage. Okay, so let's go back. Golly, man, what is the deal? Let me see if I can get it to load. What's going on? Okay, and let's check your About Us. Okay, this is a page that could definitely, there's room for improvement here. So keep in mind, people do business with people, not with businesses. They want to know about you. You're the curator. You're the guy that is behind all of this. Put a picture of yourself. So I would recommend a decent size smiling picture, like no sunglasses, just an image that really connects, that builds trust and credibility. Have an image here, a decent size image, and then the text wrapping around the image. I'd make the text a couple notches bigger as well to encourage readability. But yeah, I mean, they want to connect with you. Tell your story, man. Make a connection with people. Tell them, how did you get into this? Why are you all about this? What gives you the expertise in this area? Share all of that information with them and let them make a connection with you. That's going to be huge. Okay, last thing I want to talk about. I don't know why that keeps happening. 1 second. Okay. All right, so if you go to my site, groovejar.com, specifically blog.groovejar.com, I wrote a blog post on this. You can click here. It's the first one, how to boost your conversion rate with a killer first impression. This has a lot of examples and a lot of details of sites that do really well and that do really poorly in this, and the reasons why. The last thing I want to mention is that if you think about it, when people come to your site, the most valuable thing that you have from them is their attention. Okay, so if you collect an email address from them, you have a way to proactively reach back out to them and grab that attention again. If you don't, then you have no way to reach them again, and when they leave, they're gone. So I highly recommend setting up an email collection tool. I have one on my site. That is what we do. It's called Groove Urgent, and it's a countdown timer that collects emails. Our conversion rate is really high. It's around 10%. or so. That will make a huge difference overall in your conversions and in your revenue. There's other companies that do really well with this too. One is Privy, another one is SumoMe. It doesn't matter who you use. The point is to get it set up and start collecting these email addresses now. Your traffic is massive, man. You would do so well with this, and you'd be able to market to that list and see the increase in conversions just by way of being able to reach back out to these people. People are skittish with making buying decisions, and if you have an ability to reach back out to them, then you can get in front of their face again and again and again, and provide value to them, provide a discount, a coupon of some sort, and get them engaged with your company. So yeah, that's it. I want to be mindful of your time and not make this video too long, so please let me know if you have any questions. If you want to take a deeper dive on any topic, we can certainly do that. Hope you have a good one. Take care.